I am addicted to Final Fantasy XIV Online. I wanted to make this video for people that might want to get into the game, but don't really know if they should, or people that haven't even thought about it, that are in my audience, that might enjoy it too, and for people that already love Final Fantasy XIV and want to hear the journey of somebody that's just gotten into it and absolutely has fallen in love with the entire game. But I guess we can't talk about why I love 14 without talking about exactly where my journey began. Now, I was never into JRPGs as a kid. I played Final Fantasy 15, and that was my first Final Fantasy game for the first time when it came out at the end of 2016. I didn't actually finish it though until the end of 2017, and the only reason I did that is so that I could play the Assassin's Creed DLC that tied in with Final Fantasy 15. And I really don't remember much of that game, I'm going to be honest with you. The whole thing never truly reeled me in. But then, after plenty of people telling me that Final Fantasy VII Remake was looking really good, I decided in the summer of 2020 to stream through the entire thing. Once I was done with 7 Remake, I fell in love with the game. I just loved everything about it on a fundamental level, just everything from character, story, world, gameplay, just the philosophy of what the game was. I absolutely loved it. And after that, I decided that I would play through every Final Fantasy game, because why not? Rather than picking and choosing and doing different ones here and there, I was like, I'm just going to start from the very first one, and we're going to go through all of them in order. And the only one that I didn't play exactly in order is Final Fantasy XIV. Obviously, it's an MMO, so I'm playing that week to week, whereas I'm playing the rest in chronological order, like from when they came out. Although after 7 Remake, I was like into Final Fantasy and willing to play them all through, I wasn't necessarily ready to jump on Final Fantasy XIV. And the reason is I'm not a big MMO guy. I just looked at it and thought, I can play the rest, but I won't touch this one because it's too much. It's an MMO. I don't like those kinds of games, right? I mean, it's a pretty normal thought process. But eventually, I'd heard lots of great things. It was having a big influx of new players thanks to the streaming community. And 2 of my friends, Jamie and Jas, wouldn't shut up about it, about how good this game was. And I was like, fuck it. I'm getting into Final Fantasy. You know what? I'm going to cave. Let's give it a go. I convinced my girlfriend, and together, the 4 of us decided that every single Friday on Twitch we'd go live and we would stream through Final Fantasy XIV for an extended period every single Friday, like, you know, somewhere between like 5 to 10 hours. It really does vary. And if you want to join us, you can over on Twitch. My link is in the description. We're still playing through Final Fantasy XIV as of this video, so if you do want to join us, it's there. I made my character a Lalafell because, I mean, I won't lie, I just thought it was funny, although I have come to really love my guy, Steed Bagsworth. I think he's actually pretty cool, and I do vibe with his whole look. I think it looks cool. I decided to go with White Mage because I love playing support. It's kind of my thing in any sort of co-op game. I love playing the support role, the healer, the one that deals with things that aren't doing damage. I just vibe with that, and so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go with White Mage. And I'm going to be a healer. Plus, I feel that not enough people really get into that role. Most people go for DPS, whereas I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for that healer role. I'm going to really become a master of my craft. Now, A Realm Reborn was very hit or miss. This isn't where I fell in love with the game, although there was a lot of merits to it. It was slow, it was a bit of a slog, but there were moments where I found myself really enjoying it, and the majority of that was the characters. I loved the main Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I thought they were the core. They were the part that I really enjoyed. Everything else, though, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. A lot of A Realm Reborn is fetch quests and a lot of benign content. But at least there's heart to it, you know? The main fun I had was jumping on stream every single Friday, which is when we stream, by the way, Fridays. It's Final Fantasy XIV Friday, with my friends and with my girlfriend, and just having a fucking laugh.
Where are you?
On this big branch.
Oh, you're on the branch. That's why I can see you.
I don't know if I would actually call it a branch on second thought.
It's more of a
large trunk.
leg.
A leg?
A tree leg.
Is it okay?
Can I pet your melon?
Give it a go.
Can I pet your melon, please?
Oh, you
Wait,
just patted the air, you
wait,
stupid
what?
idiot.
Ah! It's okay.
Wait, what? But I feel, James, I feel like the one that we've been to was... My whole life has been turned upside down. Or is it just
Like the stuff, the proper Indian food is way more spicy.
Let's do it.
Shit, what was my time? Fuck.
I don't know,
Right.
James. Did you stop?
Oh my god, pathetic.
It
Fuck.
was 10 seconds, but you stopped it and then clicked it again.
I didn't fuck my cat. I didn't come on my cat. I didn't put my dick anywhere near my cat. I've never done anything weird with my cats.
Story time. This is
Oh,
important.
story. Let's go.
These are unskippable for even me.
Oh, for even you.
Yeah, so this is how important they are. They're like, we're not allowed to let the other people skip them.
What? Jamie, that was
That's
nothing.
really important.
I don't give a shit about these refugees.
Lady, you can.
Well, maybe you should. This is why.
No, fuck these refugees.
Stop
Get the
being
fuck out of
2017, James.
Aldar, alright?
The headquarters.
Fuck outta here. Go back to Doma.
Me? Jamie! Can you hear me?
Jamie!
Oh, I appreciate you, Nurin. I appreciate that. But yeah, if you want to keep watching the stream when I come... Oh my god.
Most of the story, I'm gonna be honest, went completely over my head. There was so much going on. Although, like I said, the characters I vibed with so much. And strangely enough, the gameplay was incredibly engaging, which I never thought would be the case with an MMO. I've played WoW before, I've played Elder Scrolls Online, but this is the first time I've ever played an MMO and where I found the gameplay was like really fun. Maybe that's because it's the first time I ever really engaged with it or understood it, but I had a lot of fun and instantly was very into it. Whenever there was a trial or a dungeon or just any sort of duty, I was loving it. I was having a great time. But like I said, despite the fetch quests, despite the benign content, there were a lot of highlights in the story itself that I was very into. I thought there were some moments that were just like, this is hype as hell. Oh! It's an epic team-up moment.
Orchestra.
This is so cool.
Minnie, Phil, get him!
Look at them all.
Oh,
Steed has never looked so fucking awesome. This is very Kingdom Heartsy.
Yeah, it is.
Oh shit.
Hey!
That looks straight out of Kingdom Hearts, that does. He's even doing the KH death animation. Donald and Goofy gonna bail him out. They said it. They said the thing.
So all those people, James, on that list, yeah,
They're people
were the
playing-
first people who played 1.0.
Oh.
stayed.
Meteor
They gave him a little
survivors.
mention. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh god. She's gonna be poisoned.
They focused on that cup way too much.
Wait, do you think it was intentional? Okay, I don't think so. That fucking lady! That fucking lady poisoned her?
Thank God we don't drink!
I dare say her grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
What a bitch.
Oh my god, you are actually evil as fuck, you little bastard.
Mock her, then mock her from hell.
Oh! Whoa. Whoa! Holy shit! What the fuck?
Oh my god!
What the actual fuck? I finished A Realm Reborn feeling pretty mixed. I was looking forward to what was to come, but at the same time, I was still slogging through a lot of it. A lot of the patch quests as well between A Realm Reborn and Heavensward feels a lot like filler content. There's a lot of great stuff in there once you get towards the end of the patch quests, but there's still a lot in there that's like, I'm just going from A to B, there's not a lot of context, not a lot of depth to anything that's happening, not a lot of ties to the story that I cared about.
They got you running errands now. No, they've always had you running errands. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the Savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. She gets it. She gets it.
Rowena gets it, guys.
Although, a lot of it does come back around later on, as you come to know. It feels like everything that is set up at some point has a purpose later on, but at the time, you do feel like, what am I doing? Let's, get to the point sort of thing. And I think a lot of that is due to the fact that we're playing catch-up. Endwalker is out. We're starting from the very beginning, whereas a lot of people are getting this drip-fed. You play through A Realm Reborn, you wait, you get the first patch quest, the second patch quest. We're doing this week to week, all in one go, in one sitting. It's a whole different experience, and I think that that translates differently as well. Moving on to Heavensward, I'd heard a lot of good things about this. I mean, it's apparently called the critically acclaimed expansion of Final Fantasy XIV. So I was ready for something big, something interesting. I mean, the final patch quest from 2.55 was already very intriguing, very interesting. A lot of stuff was going on and I was very into it. And I felt that this picked up exactly where that left off. You get to go to Ishgard, you get to see all this new area, you just... The quality was already a lot higher, and you sort of feel that from the get-go. Although I wasn't into it from that point. I still felt that A Realm Reborn slog for a lot of it. It took me a little bit to get very interested and very invested. Towards the end of Heavensward, though, is where I started to realize how much I genuinely loved all of the characters, the story that was being told, and the world we were playing in. There was a point where, for me, I just realized, wow, I'm actually really enjoying myself. And it was towards the end of Heavensward where I was like, shit, I'm kind of in this now, and I'm having a good time. It wasn't exactly where the whole thing clicked and I was obsessed, but it was close. We were getting there. What really did it for me was patch 3.3, which is after Heavensward, but before Stormblood. It all came together. It was this moment of realization that all the characters, I loved them so much. The story had come to a satisfying conclusion. It was emotional, there was weight to it, the music was amazing, the boss battle was fantastic. There are so many moments in 3.3. It was absolutely fantastic. It was just this moment where I realized, oh no, I love this game. I love this game so much. I was on board. This game is incredible, and everything finally felt like it paid off. All of that time I'd spent slogging through, all of the benign stuff that I thought wasn't important, it all just felt like it paid off in that moment. And I was like, wow, I've come so far. This means a lot to me.
So, this is the raid. I
Torel.
hope everyone's excited.
That one is the size of Nidhogg.
Oh, heck.
I've got literally chills. Ah!
We're here, it's us. Oh, look at this.
Alpha knows what.
Lord Commander.
Ah, Steed is so cool.
You are late, warrior of light.
That's cute.
This is sick.
Fucking walk.
Whoa. That is some powerful walking she's doing there.
Ooh. Oh, that's a sick shot. Whoa!
What the fuck is going on?
Ooh! Holy
He's
shit!
gone sicko mode.
Oh.
Fuck, he's ripped a wing.
Oh no.
Oh.
Ooh.
Whoa.
This is not your handwork.
Hey.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Whoa!
Cool.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh!
wait, this is so good.
Why would
We're
you
getting
do
there.
this? Oh my god.
Oh, this is so good.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Ooh. We did it. We won.
Aww.
Aww.
And at this point, I decided to start looking into some other stuff. I wanted to recap myself on the Binding Coils. I wanted to look back at everything from A Realm Reborn. I wanted to even look into 1.0. I was really investing myself in all of the lore, all of the world building, the stuff that came before A Realm Reborn, the stuff from A Realm Reborn, the stuff that built out from the side content. It was amazing, and it adds so much depth to everything, and I enjoy it so much more now. The Battle of Cartano, the trailer for A Realm Reborn, it hits so hard when you understand everything from 1.0. It's just, that trailer is completely recontextualized. Every time I watch it now, every time I hear answers, it's like, oh, it's so fucking good. And this was the point. This was the point where I became completely addicted to Final Fantasy XIV. At this point, I log in nearly every day, whether that's just to do little things like hop into the gold saucer, or you know, to do duties to get some levels, or to just go around to just feel the world, just the ambience, the music, to go back to my hometown, which is Gridania, and just listen to the ambient soundtrack. It's so good, man. It makes me feel so good. I love all of the elements that make up the general gameplay loop. Now that I'm paying for a subscription as well, it opens up a whole new world of things to do, and you feel like you're always doing something. There's always something occupying your time. It's just a great way to spend your time. It feels like worthwhile. I mean, it's not, is it? It's a video game, but like, it feels good. You know what I mean? If you've played it, you get it. I started leveling an alternate job. I'm leveling up Dragoon, not because I think it's really fun. I don't think it's that fun of a job, to be honest. I will be honest with you, but I love how it looks, and I mean, I love Dragoons. It's, you know, one of my favorite things. I'm a big fan of Kain Highwind from Final Fantasy IV, so I just wanted to be a Dragoon to sort of honor my boy Kain, because I think it makes sense. It's even fun just doing things like the Palace of the Dead or your daily duty, because the community is just so good. I think everyone that I've encountered so far has been really nice, really understanding. If you need help with something, they're always able to give you a hand. It's really nice, and I think that's a big part of what makes an MMO so strong, is when the community itself is just really nice. They're good to vibe with, and I think that's a big part of Final Fantasy XIV for me. There's always a good sense of progression. You always feels like you're working towards something, whether it's new gear, whether it's leveling up a particular job, whether it's getting a minion, whether it's unlocking a special piece of loot. Like, there's so much. There's just so much like that there is to do, there is to work towards, that it never feels empty. It never feels like your actions are for no reason. It feels like you're always working towards something that means something to you. You sort of pick your own quest. And the best part is, I have not even scratched the surface of this game yet, and that is absolutely crazy. I'm literally only just at the beginning of Stormblood. There is so much more of this game to go, so much more to see, so much more to do. I'm incredibly excited. If you do want to join me for that journey, you can, over on Twitch. All of the VODs, by the way, for my entire journey thus far. I'll link a playlist in the description of all of my Final Fantasy XIV streams. There's obviously a lot of them, because currently we're on Stormblood. We came from all the way from A Realm Reborn. There's a bunch of like other like raids and stuff that we did. And then obviously you sort of have to do like Binding Coils and Crystal Tower before you move on to Heavensward and things like that. But so there's a lot going on. But if you want to check out my entire journey with Final Fantasy XIV, feel free. The VOD playlist is in the description. And if you want to join me from Stormblood onwards through to the end of Endwalker, you can do. Link in the description to my Twitch. It's where we stream every single Friday. Friday evening, Friday night, UK time. We hop on stream and we go through whatever we got next to Final Fantasy XIV for a good few hours. It's a good time. Definitely join us for that. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm so excited to get through the rest of these. I mean, Stormblood has been really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. There's obviously there's a few points where I'm like, oh shit, this is a lot of, we're doing nothing, but I feel like it's kind of part of the fun, and I think most of the time when I'm sort of complaining, I'm kind of just joking, so keep that in mind when you do watch the VODs, because there's points where I'm like, oh fuck, this sucks, I want to kill myself, but like, I'm just joking. Mostly. And if that sounds interesting to you, you can check it out for free with the free trial of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, where you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion up to level 60 for free with no restrictions on playtime. It's really worth it, I'll be honest with you. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to go over my journey with Final Fantasy XIV, tell you why I've got addicted to the game, and that maybe you should give it a go as well if you have absolutely no care for your free time. Let me know your journeys with Final Fantasy XIV. I would appreciate it in the comment section down below. Let me know how you got into the game, why you got into the game, where you're at now with it, and all of those things. I'd be interested to know what you guys feel about it too, that have played it. Or maybe if you haven't played it, are you considering it after this video, or considering it in general? I'd be interested. I would really be interested. If you enjoyed, drop a like maybe, drop a sub. I'd appreciate it. I would. It'd help me out a ton. And hopefully I'll see you over on Twitch for the continued playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV every single Friday. Thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon for something new. Catch you later, everybody. Bye-bye.